three biggest 180 hitters in the world, Ross Smith. And Dirk van Dijvenbode has had his struggles. He was the leading 180 hitter, of course. He did it 10 yesterday against Luke Humphries and still lost. So good signs for Dirk. But this is a chance for Johnny Clayton to break through in the very first leg of this match.
He's
got a couple of routes here for 116. Depends whether he wants double 18 or not, because he does like double 18, but he doesn't want to mess with that blocking flight. Even with that dart in the 60, he still has to move for the tops. More than anything, just to see it. There's nothing you can do to bring that out of yourself, is there? This just about plugging away and trying to maintain the high levels you've been producing. Yeah, you've got to be ready for those situations, and it's more mental than physical, because Ross has done everything physically possible to make himself better as a dart player. And technique-wise, he's ticked that box.
40.
He hasn't ticked that box. Clayton could steal this one away and have the lead after 5. Thought about another 20. He's going to go 16 for tops. And this is really encouraging from Johnny Clayton. And Ross Smith has a chance to break back immediately in the most spectacular fashion. Just shy. But you've got to give Clayton credit. 145 to leave a finish. He's not noted as the best tactician or counter, but he did get that right to leave 160, which we saw a couple of times yesterday afternoon. We're not going to see another one. And Ross has a great opportunity to level things up with an immediate break back. That leaves double 16 for an 11 darter. 12 will do. And Ross Smith, the head. Ooh, couldn't quite get it.
96.
This is something that we also saw yesterday on this stage. We're not going to get it this time from Ross, but this is to go into the break 5-5. Really important moment here for Johnny. He'll only get one dart. And he needed more than one. Johnny Clayton blinks. Ross Smith's been doing his bit. He's been banging in the big scores regularly. Johnny Clayton had been taking out the finishers, but that one eludes him. And Smith punishes. 6-4. The scorer leads the finisher by just 2 legs. Johnny find a way to keep that dominance going. Second time in the match that Johnny has failed to get 4 18s for a shot at the bull on 122. And Ross is not going to get a look at the bullseye or double 5 for the 130. So this necessary break that Clayton needs to keep things tight relies on a shot that he missed in leg 10. Oh, that's not close. But double 2 finds the mark. Johnny Clayton does take out 68, and he does break the throw. It's essentially what you've got at the UK Open. You've got all you can eat darts. Johnny Clayton doesn't gobble that one up. Now, he is proficient at 180s. What about 170s? Nope, not this time. Had he got that first one in the top half of that 60, there was a real likelihood that was going to be popped. As for double 9, forget about it. Double 8. Or double 4, not found. Now, this is where he has an out. Doesn't have to be perfect. The first dot can be a single. Which single does he want? He's going for the 20 because he wants one dart at 32, which has cooperated a lot in this game. Straight in as well. Well, Johnny, like Rob Cross was about a year ago, European champion without a Euro Tour title. Yeah, but at least he was making loads of finals. Ross Smith hasn't really been doing that. He hasn't been making final session. He'll do it this year. He might even get 8-5 up here with tops. 50. Not quite. But Johnny's not going to do anything from 179.
99.
Well, chips away at it.
20.
But Ross Smith, if this doesn't go in just outside, he can use the marker, which he's done so well in this game. Well, now he's got an issue. And that's not really a marker at all. And so worried was he about missing inside that first start of the double five was nowhere near. Double 10 for Johnny. And he finds the fives that Ross could not. He's still got a set of his flights in mint condition in a packet. Team Duro flights. They're quite rare. But they are.
60.
Well, Ferret leaves himself 82. Is he going to leave 41? Silly question.
Johnny require 82.
Back on the 180s, but it might be too little too late in this leg. 17 and tops for Johnny Clayton. Is it another combo finish for the Ferrets? Yes, it is. The finisher is back on level terms with the scorer. But Ross Smith gets first poke at the 136. I think Johnny just wanted to leave 136, and in case Ross doesn't get it, he'll say, well, I can get it, you can't. He's not going to get it. Can Johnny?
96.
I'm only joking, of course. He didn't want to leave 136, but it's a chance. A chance that was too difficult on this occasion.
45.
To break Johnny Clayton, to go within a leg of the last 16. The former quarter-finalist gets the marker. Does not use it. You were wrong in the crowd. And you can't cheer yet either.
Johnny require 91.
Sometimes stepping off in that moment would have been the right thing to do. However, Ross thought he was going to get it. Is Johnny going to get tops? That is monstrous. Incredibly impressive in that moment to level up after 16 legs with a double-double finish.
95.
He leaves himself for two darter. Can he leave 42? Not quite. There is a double-double opportunity here if he doesn't get the treble 20. Double 18. Too safe.
56.
So it was 91 in the previous leg with two doubles. This, prospectively, is a little easier with 17. And that tops again. Johnny Clayton leads and is a leg away. He has won 4 of the last 5 legs. And look at the checkouts. 80, 82, 91 with a double-double finish, and 82 again. Start of the leg was 66. Is Ross Smith going to finish it with 66, or does he even get a chance at it? Yes, he does. Going to get the treble 19. No. Only leaves himself on a potential 1 dart at double shot. But Ross Smith only gets 1 dart at double himself. And he elects for double 18 to break. And he misses outside, and Johnny Clayton has been hoovering up these chances. And he hit this earlier in 2 darts. Can he do it again? Not this time. I think for a split second he thought that double 16 was good. It missed by the finest of margins. Match darts missed by Johnny Clayton. Ross Smith has darts to take it to a last leg decider where he has the throw. Double 9. Last chance. Does not take it. Ross Smith offers a thumbs up. I assume he's annoyed with something said in the crowd. I don't think he's got any complaints. He could have won this, but he doesn't. It is another real tough one for Ross Smith to take. Johnny Clayton's finishing absolutely sublime. Made last year.
42.
Not as many people talking about Josh Rock at the start of 2024. He's now been on tour for a couple of years. You could say he's served his apprenticeship. And now he's got ranking money to defend. but the majority of it will be at the end of this year.
139. Joshua require 190.
Best to make here while the sun is shining, and I mean the next 6 months. That could be very profitable for him. And that's a brilliant start from Rock. He gets his first ton plus check out in the very first leg of the contest. How fast this can happen. It's not going to happen, but this is a hot start from a very happy Josh Rock, obviously, but something that we haven't really levelled at Josh so far in his career. Northern Ireland's #1.
Yeah, it was, I mean, he always felt it was just a matter of time. But we've seen Darrell Gurney and Brendan Dolan go out of the tournament last night. So Josh Rock, it's all free money for him in that race up the rankings. Double 16. There it is. 2 ton plus finishers, 1 on tops, 1 on double 16, and his versatility really is a strength, Josh Rock.
They're stunning numbers. And this game isn't too bad either.
I can tell you, Martin Lukeman, of all the players in the tournament who played more than 1 game, so the top 32 only played 1 game yesterday. But any players outside of that who've made it through today, they've had to play at least 2. So of all the players who played more than 1 game, the highest average of any player was Martin Lukeman. He's averaging 99 right now, and he's 5-all with Danny Noppert, former champion. Playing really good stuff, Martin Lukeman. Double 18, no problem this time for Rob Cross as he levels the match up.
110.
He's a very, very talented player. Hannah's played World Cup with John Parr. He'd go on to get a couple more wins before he played Van Gerwen.
Double 18 for Cross again. Doing a lot of work here.
92.
And it's a bit hit and miss for Rob Cross. He's not quite as deadly on that double 18 as he would like.
He's gone for the single 19 there to leave 59. That's an interesting play. Maybe that's a case of, I don't think I'm coming back. Let's find out. Next door neighbour of double 18. Bit of a late release there from Rob.
Games on the 7th leg.
And the right result for him eventually with another break of throw. People are going to start thinking if they want to get better at darts, they're going to have to lose 4 or 5 inches in height.
Oh, how is he doing this with all the media attention?
Oh,
here we go. Here we go. Josh Rock. He has been second best for the last few legs, but this is a response. Oh, little dead cat shot from Rob Cross. 180 to leave an odd double. Just to get a bit of noise in the room. See if it distracts Josh Rock. And maybe it did.
How often do you see Rob Cross on double 13? Next to never. The only time you really find him on this double is when he's got 81 and he hits treble 12. Oh, surely. Oh, yeah. 2 guides. Wafts it into double 13 and a 2-leg cushion. He's guaranteed to be at least level at the break.
In the first sort of real action for any extended period of time that they've had. This is good from Cross.
Doesn't get any better than that. Taps Josh on the shoulder. Forces him to go for the bull if he gets to 54. That's a good leave. Cross yesterday had a high out of 132. Can he do it again?
If he gets to 57, I don't think that's that bad, you know. He's still moving. Maybe it is a bit tricky because he doesn't seem sure where to go.
He can brush past it. He can hit this.
That is a beauty from Voltage. He has won 4 legs on the spin. Josh Rock has missed doubles in 3 of them. Unbelievable Luke Humphries.
I just like where he is technically. It's not the most technically sound throw. I'll embellish on that in a second because Rock is going for double 10.
42.
And This could be very, very hurtful. Now, what does Cross do here? He loves 18s, but in this spot, people like 20s to guarantee a shot at the bull. Not Rob. Now, he doesn't have to go double-double. He could even go treble 18 for double 9, but Rob Cross does what Rob Cross does.
Where's he looking? Oh, right next to it. I wasn't sure with the lie of the dart whether he'd try and cram it in underneath or go above it, but at the minute, Rob Cross really is. Most of the things he's trying are coming off with Rob Cross, this version of Rob Cross we're seeing nowadays.
We have seen someone come back from this kind of margin previously, maybe not in the UK Open, but in other tournaments. Think about Ryan Searle yesterday when he was 8-2 down, got it to 9-8 up, but eventually lost. But with all due respect to Graham Usher, I think Rock has got a slightly harder proposition with a former world champion.
$92.
Yeah, well, ends up leaving himself on tops.
The lesser seen treble 9.
140.
Not many players use that route, but it's very effective. And that,
there we go,
is a nice leg in a while. It's been a while, hasn't it, Josh? He's still in the match, still having fun, but now he only needs 6 straight legs. Rob is just accelerating towards the line. That's a 1, which gets rid of the 1. You've got to do it at some point. And there you go. That's going to be a match-winning opportunity to get this done comfortably, just like he did against Rodriguez yesterday when he won 10-3, averaging just shy of 97. This has been so much better than that, though. It's over 105.
He came back from the break needing 3 legs to win the match. He had a double-double finish on 90. He threw an 11-darter, and this is for another 11-darter. Deal with that, Josh Rock. Deal with that, anybody. Double 10. For 10-4, and that is superb from Rob Cross. He is a man in form.
So much experience of the UK Open. One of a few players in this tournament who has sampled both here and Bolton.
180.
There's a metric that I think Doets can match Bunting. And Bunting's a big old scorer nowadays, but I think Doets can match him in the 180s, maybe even better him. We'll see how this game unfolds.
Kevin, you're going 121.
Bunting, a former semi-finalist, of course, in the UK Open. Bullseye. He's pinned, and that's 301 points cleared in 2 visits to the board.
Kevin to throw first.
It doesn't look like he's expending any effort. It's just a very, very easy thing for him to stand there and just glide those darts towards the board.
Yeah, glide is a lovely word. You don't see a great deal of effort in that Doets throw, but you see an awful lot of punctuation on Stephen Bunting's thrusting of an 18-gram dot.
Big safe 16 for the bull. And the bull is pinned, and Stephen Bunting gets himself back on level terms. Keane Barry, we know, he's amazing on the development tour in the opening weekend of it, so it's not that much of a surprise to see him doing bits here this weekend. Mensah, so where's this come from? I know he's thrown some half-decent averages on the Pro Tour, but he's not exactly won many games.
He's threatening to retire at the end of next season. Is this going to be the final Mensah flourish over the next 18 months? But yeah, it's really good for Mensah. 97 average, leading Chisnell after 10 legs. This is to lead by 2 legs for Bunting, who was really starting to put his foot down. Yeah, everything. Your focus is going to be tested like no other venue. The only thing I can really think of that was anywhere close to it was when we used to have 2 boards on the Euro Tour in the same room in places like Berlin, and that was right at the start of the Euro Tour. They don't do that anymore.
Well, this could be an important little passage because Bunting's under pressure on his own throw here. He wants to preserve the advantage he's got, and he's not going to do that by taking the 150. He does leave himself very well placed, but this is an opportunity for Doets, and they've been in short supply in this game over the last few legs. Double 11 is found. Kevin Doets is right back in this contest. He breaks Bunting. He won the first 2 legs. He lost the next 5. He's won back-to-back legs here. In a hold of throw, we got a level game.
Premier Nations in World Darts for the last 30 years now.
Yeah, and look, there's more competition now that the Belgians are establishing themselves, obviously. We've got some tour card holders from Denmark and Italy now as well. But yeah, with the likes of Van Veen, who's still in the tournament here, Vessel Nyman, who looks amazing, and Kevin Doets is a bit older than those two.
108.
Rude health.
How valuable could that be? Or will it be? Double 10.
120.
Chance to go level at the break. If Bunting hits this, he will be elated. He's just dodged a bullet, no pun intended, but it's double 12.
Can he use that? Yes, he can. Stephen Bunting hits back and maintains that break of throw advantage. One yet. Mind you, neither have I.
56. Stephen, you require one.
Neither is Stephen. He's been in 2 finals.
He has.
Czechia and Germany last year, where he lost to Ratajski. That was pretty much the precursor to what we've seen from him in the last few months.
142 for the Bullets. He'll stay there. Double 11. Well, he's missed the double for 142. He missed the double for a 108 in the last leg. He could be on the brink of victory already.
Double top. Oh, look at that. A little bit of gumption there from Doets. There it is.
I do feel that his malaise over the last year or two has been slightly overblown. I don't think he's that. I don't think he's struggling as much as he's suggested.
Maybe he's under the microscope more than most, being the Belgian #1 and a former match play champion. Bunting is on another out that is very doable here, and if he misses another one, Doets is ready to pounce on something very similar.
Once again, he gets a dart for the ton plus checkout, and this time Stephen Bunting takes it. 3 legs running. He'd had chances. 3rd time lucky. Not been quite enough stuff around it, not yet. But he is getting to that point where if he does put it together for a little 5-minute spurt, he can make a dash for the line and nip past the bullet.
That could have been a lot better from Doets. Trebled his visit at a very bad time, because Bunting might get 6 from this position, and he's going to be better off. But only just. That last dart is something he didn't want to see.
Took this out at the very start of the match. Is he going to do it again? Yes, he is. It's a brace of 1-2-1 checkouts for Kevin Doets. And it is break after break here, 3 in a row. Looking for a ton 40. Which he gets.
The mannerisms from Stephen at the minute are one of feeling edgy. Just a little bit of fiddling with the glasses, walking to the table and back. And this is where all of that training that you do with your psychologist and your team, this is where it pays off. It's when you're under stressful situations, and it's very much a stressful situation now because it's best of 3 from here. In the last 5 legs, it's been sparse. You might just need that 164. Doets is very well off in 2-dart territory now. I really thought he was going to leave 121 for a 3rd time there.
He was 7-4 up Bunting. He missed a dart for 8-4. He missed a dart for 8-5. He did manage to get 8-6, but Doets has been better in this second half of the game, and Bunting has faded a little. But has he got enough? He hasn't for the 164.
81. Kevin, you require 81.
Hated that dart. You didn't need me to tell you. But Doets is on for double 13. That's monstrous. He hits the front and has a chance to serve it out 10-8.
2 treble visit here could get Doets to a 2-darter. And Bunting may only get 1 dart at double from 70. Oh, there's pressure on this now.
Stephen, you require 7.
What are you made of right now? Are you as strong as titanium? Silence in Red's bar. that miss could mean the end of Stephen Bunting. This is to send Kevin Doets into the last 16 of the UK Open for the first time in his career at the 5th attempt.
Double, double. There's one, double top. Match start missed by Kevin Doets. Stephen Bunting survives, and if he takes this out, and the finishing has been good from both in this game, he'd have the darts in the last leg decider.
Two eights. Can't save his bacon. Here comes Doets for our second 10-8 win on this stage here this afternoon, to follow in the footsteps of the ferret Johnny Clayton.
40.
For the first time in the last 16 of the UK Open. Double top. Surely. No!
No score.
He cannot believe it.
Is Edwin van der Sar in front of that tops? How did that miss?
Stephen, you require 8.
Kevin Doets was staring at that last dart as if he did not understand how it was not match dart. And ultimately, that might be the only chance he gets to win. He has missed 4 darts for the match, all at tops, Kevin Doets. Crestfallen he was at those missed match darts. What is going through his head?
Bunting is thinking right now, just get me over the line. This has been a stunning last leg. But then again, yesterday, Price was stunning in the last leg and didn't get it done. But you do fancy that Stephen's going to.
Frustration evident from the normally inscrutable Kevin Doets. Hawkeye had darts to win it, did not take the chances, and the bullet Stephen Bunting survives 4 match darts to win another thriller here on stage 2
of this game here.
Well, I can promise you we're not going to see the same final as last year, because Gilding could be there, but Michael van Gerwen will not. Now 180's traded by these two. Peter Wright looking good for a breaker throw early doors. Looking very good now.
Darts are going in very solid for Peter. I like the angle of attack.
78.
Ominous in this Suffolk derby. I know he plays for Scotland, but he lives in Suffolk. So does Andrew. Double top. Snaky with the long sleeves on in a somewhat chilly Minehead. Looking very comfortable after leg 1. That's a break through immediately.
Game on.
Some brilliant stuff, but that was not brilliant. Opens the door for Andrew Gilding to get his first leg on the board. Single 9. Leaves double top.
89. Peter, you require 150.
Gilding took care of Josh Payne yesterday by 10 legs to 7 on the main stage. And I think it was very respectful that he was given the main stage against Josh in the first game of last night.
Andrew, you require 20.
These are the only 2 UK Open champions on this board this afternoon. Needs to find this double 10.
No score.
That could hurt. This is for another break of throw for Snakebite.
12 for tops? No, it's 20 for double 16.
Games on the 3rd leg.
Double 16 is pinned. It is 3-0 with 2 breaks of throw, despite the fact that Gilding has thrown a maximum in every leg of this match so far.
Game 6.
Well, well, well. Does he go for another 60? He did have the option of double-double from that position.
96.
It's amazing how many players don't even think of that when they've got the first 60 in. It's a big ask for Andrew. Does he stay there this time? Well, maybe he should have.
94.
10-9 Heta, having been 8-4 down. The Australian #1 is in the last 16. And Peter Wright is 5-0 up here against Andrew Gilding. Not just 5-0, that's with 3 breaks of throw.
I didn't get a great deal of work done that afternoon, Dan. I was too busy painting my house. And I ended up watching that afternoon of darts and getting nothing done.
You know, one of the great sessions of darts, and this is a blinding performance from Peter Wright. He's going to have a look at the 1-2-1 for another breaker throw and a 7-0.
100. PT require 121.
121 for 7-0. 96 with 2. 36 with 1. 7-0. My word, this is starting to look like Newcastle versus Sheffield United. And very likely that Gilding's going to get a leg in this last 32 match. We will be back from 7 o'clock here on PDC TV for live coverage of the last 16. 4 matches here on board 2, 4 matches on board 3, 4 matches on board 4, and 4 on the main stage as well, as we go down to 4 board system. And everybody will be hoping to be part of 1 board tomorrow.
40. PT require 90.
Where's he going here? At least 78, so stay in that region.
Just lay it on top. Just there for double 12. 9-0. It is a rout. It is a massacre. Look how they massacred my boy, Andrew Gilding. 0 next to his name in the legs column. He can change that here. He's got 2 visits from 126, which is why he goes on the 20s.
94.
Brilliant visit, that. Brilliant visit. It'll be really interesting to see his reaction if he hits double 16, because most players would just turn to the crowd and say, yay, I got a leg. I don't think we're going to get anything from Andrew. But he must hit it if he wants to stop himself being beaten by 10 legs to 0.
Right, leaves himself 27. Gilding has a leg. The comeback is on. To win it in sensational fashion. It's been a sensational display from him. Made even better by the context. He's not going to take out the 161 to wrap things up.
45. Andrew require 96.
To save the match again. He's going to need 5 19s. There's 3 of them.
77.
This is a more realistic chance than a 161.
116.
It's actually an anagram of 161 of sorts. That's a nice lie for the 60. Just slide it over the top.
It's there. Double 18 to win it. The title defence is over. Andrew Gilding is not just beaten, he is beaten into the ground. He